Hi, welcome to Chapter 7 of Books, Tea and Therapy, the podcast where we spill the tea on books, life and everything in between. I'm Eloise.
And I'm Hannah. And the book we are talking about this week is Verity by Colleen Hoover.
Colleen Hoover, yeah. I don't know if I've actually read any of her books other than this one.
I don't think I have either.
I'm sure I must have, but I feel like I haven't.
I feel like she was a bit controversial at one point, wasn't she?
And also, you know, sometimes we all love social media promoting a book, right?
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes when you see someone over and over and over and over
you don't want to read
and
it.
You're like, I don't really want to look at that.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I think, a bit what I felt like, which is why I don't think, because my manager has been saying to me for, God, it must be close to a year.
Yeah.
That I have to read this book.
I get this recommended to me all the time, and I'm like,
well, at least we've done it now. We've ticked it off the list.
Yeah.
Do you want to read the back?
Let me read the back. Right. A thriller that will keep you up all night and a twist that will leave you reeling. Loan Ashley is a struggling writer on the brink of financial ruin when she accepts the job offer of a lifetime. Jeremy Crawford, husband of best-selling author Verity Crawford, has hired Loan to complete the remaining books in a successful series his injured wife is unable to finish. Loan arrives at the Crawford home, ready to sort through years of Verity's notes and outlines, hoping to find enough material to get her started. What Loan doesn't expect to uncover in the chaotic office is an unfinished autobiography Verity never intended for anyone to read. Page after page of bone-chilling admissions, including Verity's recollection of her night her family was forever altered. Loan decides to keep the manuscript hidden from Jeremy, knowing its contents could devastate the already grieving father. But as Loan's feelings for Jeremy begin to intensify, she recognises all the ways she could benefit if he were to read his wife's words. After all, no matter how devoted Jeremy is to his injured wife, a truth this horrifying would make... What?
A truth this horrifying would make.
Yeah, but
yeah.
It wasn't really like that. Right. After all, no matter how devoted Jeremy is to his injured wife, a truth this horrifying would make it impossible for him to continue loving her. Why did I struggle with that so much? Crikey.
See, I didn't even read the back.
Neither did I. That's the first time I've read it, clearly.
Yeah. I didn't even read the back. I was like, I don't know anything about it. Like, I didn't want any spoilers. Like, even my manager, I was like, don't tell me anything, because she was like, I'm not going to tell you anything about it because I want you to read it. So I didn't even read the back. I literally just picked it up and cracked on. So I had no idea what was going to go on, which I thought was quite a good way of doing it.
I went in completely blind as well, because I was like, no, I knew there would be like twists. Like this type of book, there always is, and I didn't want to ruin anything for myself. I like to guess, as we all know, halfway through, and I'm like, right, this is going to happen.
Yeah, so I think with this one, what was nice is I didn't feel like, I didn't think I knew what was going on, but I was like, oh, I wonder if. But I also didn't think I was right, so I enjoyed it because I was waiting to see whether any of the things I thought were right.
You said that about one of the Frida books, didn't you? You thought you guessed it and you didn't enjoy it as much.
Which is why I didn't enjoy it. Exactly. Which this one was quite good because I thought, oh, I wonder. And I thought, no, surely that's too obvious.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, probably not, but maybe.
Yeah.
And then because it wasn't like, oh, it's definitely this, even though obviously the Frida one wasn't.
Yeah.
But I thought it was. It was good.
Yeah. It was, I really enjoyed it. Different to what I've read. Like I've read some
really
of the Frida books. Yeah. It was really good. Really good. I really liked it.
Obviously that's covered the main characters anyway.
Yeah.
So Loan, Verity and Jeremy.
Yeah. He has twin daughters and a son.
Yeah.
She was looking after her mum.
And then she died. Yeah, and then they bumped into each other.
So yeah, the start of the book is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The start of the book is.
The start of the book's a bit a bit intense, isn't it? Like literally the first line, I was like,
wow. Yeah. So
okay. Shall I read the first line?
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the first line to you guys because I literally read it and I was like, oh. I hear the crack of his skull before the spattering of blood reaches me.
Lovely.
That's how the book starts.
Yeah. You know it's going to be good when there's blood.
I was like, in my brain, I was like, right, is she killing someone? Is she like some serial killer, vigilante? Is she like escaping from something? Like it's really good. Yeah. It makes you think from the get-go.
Yeah, but all it is someone's head got crushed because they weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay.
It's very common.
Yeah.
According to this book.
So she gets splattered by blood and a kind stranger offers to help her, takes her into a cafe, into the bathroom, gives her a shirt.
Yeah.
She's an aspiring writer. She's
she
an
is
aspiring
a writer.
Yeah.
Like she's got
books.
published books, but she doesn't want to do the whole like press thing.
Meet
Like
and
she's never really
greets
happy with the stuff she
Yeah.
finishes, and like she's just not for that. So she's
Yeah.
not obviously doing very well.
Yeah.
But she has an agent and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Who she did date.
She dated him for
For a
6
while,
months,
but
and
he's
then
a bit
he
of a
fell in love
douchebag.
with her book character. So like
He thought they were the same people,
Yeah.
and then realised that she wasn't, and that was that.
yeah,
But stayed on as her agent.
yeah, and
Yeah.
also her fuck buddy.
Yeah. And then they both end up at the same meeting, don't they? The
Yeah.
kind stranger
He's
and
Jeremy.
Lowen. He is Jeremy, and he's obviously there because he needs a writer
to finish
his wife's books because she's ill, but like it's all
secret,
non-disclosure
like, hush, hush.
agreements
Yeah.
and stuff like that. 'Cause she's like this bestseller around the world. Like
Yeah.
they don't want people to know what's wrong with her.
Yeah.
I've
caught your frog.
I know. It's because you've been thinking about it.
I know.
Yeah, so she ends up taking it, doesn't she? For like
So they offer her 75 grand to finish
per book. And it's 3 books.
3 books, and she's like, oh god, no, like I couldn't think of anything worse. And then her agent's like, oh, think about it. And then Jeremy asks her if he can talk to her. And he really likes, well, he said Verity really liked the book that she wrote, and that's who she would want to do it. He tells her to ask for £500,000, is it? Is it £500,000? Something like a lot more money.
No, I thought it was like 5 million.
Oh, I don't know. He tells her to ask for a lot of money.
He says they're lowballing you, ask for 5 million and to do it under a pen name anonymously.
Yeah.
Because they wanted her to do it on social events.
Yeah. Something like that. So she gets a load of money for it.
So she does, and she accepts it, doesn't she? But because she's obviously been financially like difficult, and her mum's just died, like she gets evicted from her apartment, and while she's waiting for a new apartment, she goes to their home, the family home.
So that's where
to
she does
go
all the
through
writing.
all of the office with all of the current books, and if there's any plot for the one to come in.
Yeah.
And it's meant to be like 2 days, isn't it? It's meant to be like a weekend.
2 days, yeah. And then
But then she
looks at the office and she's like,
and her new rental falls through at the same time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So the office is wild, like so unorganised.
So he offers to let her stay there for 2 weeks because she hasn't got the payment through yet.
Yes, she's waiting for the first payment to hit her bank, because then she can go and sort out paying for it like up front and stuff, can't she? So that's Reggie. You okay? Yeah? No? Sorry, he's doing some weird like chuffy thing. As long as you're not sick on anyone, I don't care.
Reggie, I know you love me, but we're trying to do a podcast.
Come and sit down.
Sit down. Sit down. Good boy.
Yeah, you can sit with Hannah. You don't have to sit with me.
Cover my gun. That's fine.
He's like, I got one too. I got Rose. Did you Rolly? Yeah, so that's when she first actually sees what Verity is like.
Yeah.
She's completely, what was the word I used last night?
Comatose,
that's it.
Yeah. She's just like, they said she's like a newborn.
In her brain, following a car accident. So she has like carers that are there in the day, and then I think they're during the day, and then her husband does her last lot of medication at night, and then the carers come back early in the morning. And they've only got, so she's did a bit of reading up, didn't she, about them before she got there, and found out that
his two daughters,
both the girls, had died within like 6 months of each other. And obviously Verity's had like a car accident.
Yeah, they call themselves chronics, don't they?
Yes.
The family, they say they're chronics because they're
certain
subject to
families that have disaster strike like continuously.
Yeah.
So there's only the son left.
Yeah, Crew,
and he's 5. So it's all really odd. I can imagine it was all really strange. Yeah. And she's obviously searching through the office during this time, like trying to figure out how she's going to write the end of someone else's book. How is she going to do the next books to keep it kind of the same and know the characters from the previous ones? And then she comes across the manuscript that Verity had written and was the one mentioned on the blurb that she didn't want anyone to read. Yeah. And so it flicks between that and now, doesn't it? Yeah. It flicks between the chapters of the manuscript and the actual story.
Yeah. She doesn't read it all in one go. So she like reads a chapter or two, and then she'll like carry on with the life, like her life, not her life one.
Yeah.
and so like the first one is how they meet, and she says she got this red dress that she stole from Macy's, and she went to this charity event. Went to this charity event because she wanted to find a rich guy to sleep with, and she's like, so he tells her, the bar staff, not to give her any more alcohol. Yeah, because he wants her sober to take her home.
So and then they've kind of been inseparable ever since.
Yeah.
So
she's obsessed with
reading
him.
through this manuscript. She's like obsessed. Yeah. He's like, it's like instant. She wants to be with him forever. She just moves her stuff in.
Yeah.
All that
she doesn't tell him, and he like freaks out.
That she like cut the lease.
And that same night they sleep together bareback, and she gets pregnant.
Yeah.
And she also gets engaged, but she says in her manuscript, the pregnancy takes away the night of my engagement.
Yeah.
So you can tell immediately that she's livid about having to share her love.
But he's buzzing.
Yeah, share his love, sorry.
Yeah.
Because she just wants to be his whole entire world.
Yeah.
And obviously having kids, they're your whole entire world. So
yeah,
she's
they
now
take
like
precedent, don't they? And like obviously, like from what she's writing in this manuscript, like, it's not how she felt at all. And it's like the story of like them in these chapters. Yeah. And then you've got Lowen's kind of reaction and what she's up to in the day in between the chapters.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I know it's only a short book, but it feels like a lot happens.
Yeah, it's very chaotic, isn't it? But then there's bits where she's like adamant that Verity's like moved.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, no, I must be.
Yeah, she sat in the office one day, and Verity's staring at her, and she's like, I thought she couldn't move.
And then the nurse comes out and kind of props a pillow to prop her head back up, and she's like, oh, okay, she can't move. Like, she's obviously, her muscles have just kind of gone, and all this kind of stuff. So like, and she also sleepwalks, doesn't she? So Lowen sleepwalks, but can't ever remember. I'm assuming this is normal with sleepwalkers.
Yeah,
what's happened. And she ended up like with a broken wrist or something when she was a child because of it.
They saw the video footage
until the next morning.
They saw the video footage after, and she stood on a railing outside for like an hour and then jumped and just didn't know.
Yeah.
So she's like freaked out, and you sort of feel in the story that there's something weird going on with her, don't you?
Yeah. You're like, because she wakes up like in Verity's bed after sleepwalking and stuff like that. So she ends up with like locks on her door. Like Jeremy seems really understanding and all this stuff.
He's like, I'll put a lock on the outside of your door if you want me to.
And then you can text me to unlock it and stuff like that.
That bit made me. I was like, oh god. It made me think of the housemaid.
Yes.
And I was like, oh god.
And then the whole time you're thinking, is there something wrong with him?
I was so suspicious of him. Did you listen to my voice note in the end?
No.
My theory halfway through was that,
because I messaged you halfway through.
Yeah, my theory was that he was actually the author.
Oh,
I thought, oh my god, I figured it out.
Good theory.
Yeah, I was like, he's the author. He wrote the manuscript because he wants to get rid of Verity for whatever reason. I wasn't sure the reason.
For like to publish and whatever,
and make her out to be this. Maybe he didn't want to be a writer anymore. Or something. I don't know, but I was like, maybe he's the author because he seemed a bit sus. He seemed too good to be true.
Sorry, guys.
So that was my theory, and I thought it was such a good. I really thought I'd figured it out. I was so impressed.
That is a really good. No, darling, Hannah doesn't want you. It's too hot. It's too hot for you to be on the sofa.
That's it. Lay down. Good boy.
He's just giving me like staring me out.
He's like, ha ha, mum.
Look at him.
I said, you cover my belly. Good boy.
Loving his best mate. Sorry for those of you listening. Reggie is just stealing our attention today. Yeah. So I thought one of them had offed the kids. Yeah. Couldn't decide which one. Thought Lowen's got some real issues going on. Mm-hmm. And I can't remember what the other thing was that I texted you.
You said about Verity not being.
Oh yeah. So I think when she first thought she moved, I was like, yeah.
I instantly was like, she's faking it. Yeah. Especially with how crazy she is in this autobiography. Yeah. I was like, she's definitely faking it.
So as soon as it was the first, like, her thinking she moved, I was like, she is faking. Yeah. That bit I got. I got that like, bit too. Oh, like when I've realised it was true. I feel like we're skipping a little bit, but we probably don't need to fill them in on the whole book.
Well, hopefully you've read it, otherwise.
Yeah. So basically, you go through this thinking Verity's this, like, absolute, like, nutcase under the surface and has been putting on this front for like her husband and stuff. Yeah. It like in these chapters that she's written, that she lost her favourite twin because she only liked one.
But before that, the coat hanger.
Oh yeah, and she tried to abort them at like 7 months or something. It was quite far on.
It was quite far on, yeah.
With a coat hanger, and so it caused a scar. And then she tried to kill one of them when they were crying, when they were babies. She tried to like suffocate her, and then Jeremy walked in. And then she lost her favourite one, her favourite twin, to a peanut allergy.
She only became her favourite twin because of that night, wasn't it? She had a dream that. So one of the twins, so what are they called? Chastin and Harper.
Chastin, yeah.
Harper had Asperger's.
Yeah.
Chastin had the nut allergy.
Yeah.
So she had a dream that Harper was trying to smother Chastin with a pillow when she was 8 or something. Yeah. So she went into the room and was like, "Oh no, she's fine.
I have to stop."
But then she thought, "I have to stop this from happening because I'm obviously grieving the loss of this child that's not yet lost. So I must like her."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then all of that's going on. Chastin dies of peanut allergy, which was purely accidental, a sleepover, and then she then writes like it's like 6 months and something. It's like and a few days or something.
I think it's 6 months to the day.
Is it? Yeah. I thought it was like 6 months 2 days or something.
I think it's to the day. I'm sure it was.
That she then takes. Jeremy's going to the shop. She
confronts her first, though, doesn't she? She confronts her and says, "Why haven't you cried for your sister?
Why don't you cry?" Like, all of this kind of stuff. And then Jeremy goes like
food
grocery shopping, and then she takes Harper and crew out on the boat on their lake. Yeah. With no life jackets or anything because they've done it a million times. Yeah. And it's read that she literally says to crew, hold your breath, and she tips the boat. But it sounds like Harper couldn't swim.
Yeah, she gets tangled in a net
that was at the bottom. So basically she dies and she's like off
she drowns.
And then you don't then read the rest of the chapters until further on, do you?
No.
So all of this Lowen's reading while creating some sort of relationship with Jeremy, obviously. Yeah. And they're like sleeping together and she sees her like
she sees her at the top of the stairs. That made me jump.
And she like freaked out, obviously.
Yeah.
And Jeremy believes her enough to get a lock.
I think he's suspicious.
Door.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's only read her first book. He hasn't read any others.
Yeah.
Because he said he didn't like thinking that's
how her brain worked. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they end up getting locked into Lowen's room. Yeah.
So he breaks the window to get out because she's like, it's Verity. She's locked us in here.
She's convinced.
She's going to take Crew.
She knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Crew says his mummy
told me. Yeah. I can't talk to you about her.
And he fell off her bed and had a knife, and then the knife disappeared.
Yeah. So there's all this stuff going on that you're like, she's definitely like not comatose.
She's definitely okay.
So all of that goes on, and then what is it that causes him to read the manuscript?
So
I can't remember what that trigger point. Oh, he's going to move her to a care home. Yeah. Like an independent care home, and then she's going to come home 3 weekends a month. Yeah. It'll be better for Crew.
And Lowen's in the kitchen with Crew for something. I can't remember what. And she gives him a bit of peanut butter and he stabs himself in the...
And he cuts his tongue and he has to go to the
hospital. So she's left there on her own with Verity and she's like, fuck this, I'm not staying.
And she records her, doesn't she?
She gets a baby monitor out. I thought she was going to get locked in that basement as well.
So did I.
I was freaking out. So she goes down, gets the baby monitor, sets it up and sits in the office.
And then
she watches for like an hour and she doesn't move.
Baby monitor, doesn't she? And then she does. Why does she end up moving?
They come home from the hospital. He goes upstairs, puts Crew to bed, and then he gets in the shower. And as soon as he's in the shower, she sees her she sees her on her hands and knees.
She's
on
the floor.
Yeah,
and she's like, "Oh my
Jeremy!"
God, she's moving, blah blah blah. That might be when you get the lock. Maybe.
No, that's nearly.
Was that after?
That's nearly. Yeah, because she hadn't.
Okay, and then he's decided that he's going to put her into like care, like as in like into a residential home rather than having carers.
I think that was before. That was before when he did the lock. But then at that bit, she's like, "I swear she moved," and he goes in there and he's like, "Move, Verity. I know that you're."
Yeah.
No, she gives him the manuscript then.
Then she gives him the manuscript.
He goes upstairs and she hears him.
And he's like devastated reading through all of this stuff that's supposedly happened.
But it doesn't take him very long to read through it, does it? And
No.
she's like, okay, so then she goes to watch. She hears him move over to Verity's room. So she goes to watch.
And he basically threatens to call the police if she doesn't drop the act. And then she
opens
like,
her
okay,
eyes
yeah. Like,
and sits up. Oh.
And she's like, oh, let me explain.
Yeah.
And he's obviously like seething. He's trying to strangle her, isn't he?
Yeah, so that's
because he's just read this manuscript of her basically saying that she's hated her children.
Yeah.
Like she's offed her kids.
Yeah.
Like do you know, all this weird stuff. And so he's like, oh, well, I can't, you know. They basically make, for some reason, this bit didn't make sense to me. Why all of a sudden they're just planning to kill her.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, Lowen's like, no, you can't, like, strangle her because you'll get done. You have to make it look like an accident. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, why are we, like,
why don't we
this
just...
lady? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So they kill her.
Yeah.
Like,
they kill her. Lowen says about how she tried to kill the baby when she was newborn. So she shoved her fingers down her throat and tried to make her aspirate.
Yeah, so that's what they do to her.
Yeah.
And she dies.
And she's like, before that, she's like, no, let me explain. It's not what you think.
Yeah, and she's trying. Dies. Yeah. So that's that. And then it's like, it flashes forward, doesn't it? To like 7 months later.
7 months later, Lowen is pregnant. They moved instantly because they found out she was pregnant and thought, shit, people are going to think.
Yeah. And then they sold their house, but they've gone back to clear it. And Crew says something about, I need to get my pictures out of Mummy's floor.
Yeah.
And she was like, so Lowen's like, oh, yeah.
And then she was like, I saw her on the floor. That's where I saw her, was on the floor.
Which means she was hiding stuff in the floor.
Yeah. So she goes up to the floor and she pulls out the knife, something else, and a letter.
And the letter, yeah.
And the letter says...
And is the letter the end of the book? Not quite. It's pretty much, isn't it? There's like a little bit after.
I think so. I've read the bonus, so...
Yeah, so...
The letter basically says that she...
It's like
had writer's block, didn't she?
Yeah.
And the person...
Her agent
said you should try this type of writing, which is where you take things from your own life and you twist it to like really... dark.
Yeah, like you flip it so that you can get into the right headspace of what you're wanting to write. So it's not real stuff, but that's what you do. So that's what she started doing, and she'd do it all the time. And she said it helped her, and it was like super creative, like it helped, and it was just brilliant. So she didn't stop. And then she thought, oh, I'll write it all down as. She wanted to do it as almost like a guide for other people.
For other people struggling with creativity.
So she took key moments of their relationship and wrote them in this style to show how you doing that puts you into a different headspace for your writing. So she didn't actually do any of those things, potentially. So you're then questioning, you're like, oh my God, like this woman didn't do anything, but she could have, and then could have been writing bullshit, you don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So basically, how it ends is...
Lowen then just decides that she's not going to show Jeremy the letter.
In the letter it says that Jeremy found the manuscript.
He read it, and he was the one that
tried to kill her. Yeah.
Drove the car into the tree. He tried to kill her, and she was going to forgive him.
Yeah.
Like, and all this stuff. So, obviously, Lowen's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, have we just killed someone that was innocent, and he's tried to off his life? He can never see this.
Yeah. Snorri. See, I don't know about you, but I think...
Oh, little bee. I wonder whether the microphone picks that
I think it will.
You have to wait. Just a nice little puppy snore through there.
Yeah, so I think the letter isn't real. I think she's realised that Lowen's caught on. She knows she's going to die, but she doesn't want her to have Jeremy.
Yeah.
So I think she's written that because Lowen threw her on the floor.
To try and put her off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think, anyway. But you're never going to know.
I don't know. But it was really good. Like, that whole, like, thing at the end, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, you've, like, finally feel like you've figured it out.
And you haven't.
And then it flips and you haven't.
I would have never have thought that.
No.
Like, even if that's, you know, not true or true, I would never have even thought of that twist at all.
No. So that's pretty much how it ends.
Yeah.
And then there is a bonus chapter.
It's a bonus chapter.
Which you've read, but I haven't.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell me?
So the bonus chapter starts a year after Verity's death.
Oh, okay.
A year after Verity's death. So they've got the baby. She is a few months old.
Yeah.
She's called Nova.
Yeah.
And they've moved away to the beach somewhere. Everything's okay, but Lowen can't get out of her head about Verity. She wants to one-up her on everything. So she says, like, where Verity would write about their sex life a lot, and it was like wild and like it lasted for ages. She says he fucked her, but he makes love to me, and she's like, well, you obviously don't desire me as much. So there's like a few bits about that. And so one day they decide to go to a beach nearby because Crew wants to build sandcastles. So they go to this beach. They don't like seeing anyone, so they go where they know no one's going to be. And since Verity's death, he's taken up like jogging. He jogs like twice a day. So when they get there, she's got the baby. Oh, she breastfed as well because she was like, Verity didn't breastfeed.
Because Verity didn't. Yeah.
So she sits on a blanket. She starts breastfeeding the baby, and Crew's playing on his own. And he says, I'm going to go for a jog. Is that all right? So she's like, yeah, fine. So about, I don't know, some time passes. He's not back yet. And Lowen can see someone walking towards Crew with a dog, a lady. And she's like, oh, it's probably just like a stranger. It's fine. But then she goes up to Crew and is talking to him. And she's like, I recognise that woman, but I don't know where from. So the lady looks over and waves at Lowen, and she's like, God. And then she walks over to her and she's like, oh, like, fancy seeing you here. And she's trying to figure out how she knows her, and she's like, oh, where's Jeremy? So she's like, they definitely know them. And it turns out to be, you remember in the supermarket they saw two of Verity's friends?
Yes.
One of those ladies.
Whoa.
And she's like, oh, is that your baby? How old is she? And she's like, oh, right, okay. So she's figured out the dates. And then they see Jeremy come back, and he's like,
oh shit.
Oh, okay. And he's like freaking out, and so this lady's like, oh, nice to see you, like, bye, like walks away because she's like, oh God, Jeremy looks a bit like scary.
Yeah.
And he's freaking out, and he looks to Lowen, packs everything up, takes his shoes off, and says, go back to the car. I'll meet you there in a minute. And she's like, oh God. So she walks back with the baby and Crew, and when she looks around, he's drowning her in the ocean.
Oh my God.
He's got his knee on her like head, and he's drowning her. And then so she like goes, waits in the car, and then he comes back, and Crew's like, why are you wet, Daddy? And he's like, oh, I fell in the water. And he's like, no one saw her, it's fine. So they go back, they wait for the news, but nothing comes on. So he goes for a shower, and then she decides that she's gonna go get in the shower with him and try and spice things up. And then he fucks her like he did Verity in this book, and it's just like a whole ordeal. But then at the end of it, she's like, no, I've missed a bit. So that happens, and then at the end of it, they're done. He gets out the shower for her, and he's just in the room getting changed, and she gets out, she goes to check on the baby. When she goes downstairs to check on the baby's not there, and she's like, Jeremy. They're searching for his baby everywhere, and Crew is just sat watching TV. He's like, just not move. So Jeremy's like, where is she? And he goes, I put her outside because she was interrupting my TV program. So they go and get the baby from outside, and he's like, it's okay, she's fine. Like, they manage to settle her, and then they get into bed, and it ends with Lowen like, I need to leave this family. Like, this is not right. He's just murdered another woman. And his son is a psychopath.
Just chucked the baby outside. Yeah. Oh my God.
So that's how it ends. And I'm like, oh, that could be like another book. But I don't think there's going to be another book.
They're filming it, aren't they?
They are. Have you seen the...
I've tried not to look at any of it.
No. Ages ago, I saw Dakota Johnson get covered in blood.
If they'll do the one with the bonus chapter.
Because it's only in certain books, only in the limited edition book.
Yeah.
But I found it on Reddit.
Yeah. Oh, it was good though.
It was really good.
It was a good book.
So I wonder if they'll do it. But I've seen some of the videos of Dakota Johnson getting
I feel like I've seen that,
Yeah.
and then I was like, I don't really want to like pay
Because
attention to it because I want to see it for the first time.
I think Josh Hartnett is Jeremy.
Is he?
Mm.
Oh.
But he's like older now, and I looked, I was like, oh.
Oh, was it not what you were imagining?
No.
No. I feel like because I blitzed this so quickly, I know there was like smut and sex scenes and stuff in it.
Yeah,
but
not
like
very many.
it wasn't OTT, and I think
No.
when it's this type of book, it can't be.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to be in-depth detail.
This is kind of what I wanted from the boyfriend, just a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because most of the smut was in the autobiography.
Yeah, it was. Which would make sense.
Yeah, because she
yeah.
was like, oh.
Do you know the bit that I didn't get right? Was the whole bite in the headboard?
I didn't understand it either.
Were you picturing like doing this? And
I was like, my
like,
teeth were gonna fall out. Yeah.
Like, how are you not like? I don't know.
I see. Every time
like
I picture
a wall, like it's
yeah,
flat. Like, how are you biting that hard enough to gouge without ripping your teeth out?
Yeah.
But also not hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Like you're like.
See, I've got a different. I know it said it was a wooden, didn't it?
Yeah.
I've got we've got one of those TV beds, and it's like suede kind of material.
Yeah.
So I like looked around at my bed. And I was like
I can't really understand it. That's the bit that I was a bit like, what? Because it was mentioned a couple of times.
Yeah, it was like it was going to be a big thing.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
It was just that bit was to me was a bit odd, but apart from that, it's great. Do we want to rate it and wrap it up? I feel like we've been waffling for a while.
I feel like I could talk about this for ages. So let's.
Yeah, like it's really good, isn't it? There's lots going on.
Yeah.
To try and discuss, but also like you're constantly second guessing the whole time you're reading.
Yeah.
So
I had so many different
I'd like to watch it.
Yeah.
I think we should go and watch it when it comes out together. And see if it lives up. Movies never live up.
No, they never do.
But
like the 50 Shades books.
Yeah. Oh god, that was tragic, wasn't it? I discussed it with my neighbour the other day actually.
Oh, did we see the first two together? I know I saw them all with Molly.
Sure we did.
I don't know if you were at the last one.
See all three?
Maybe we did.
I can't remember.
I remember being really ill in the cinema and having to like go out for 5 minutes.
Oh, I know. I don't know.
Maybe we did. Oh, I can't remember.
Potentially. Yeah. But do you know, if you put the first one on now, I look at him and I just think, oh my god, he looks like a baby. But I remember when he first came on the screen, and I was like, that's not Christian Grey. Not what I had in my mind. By the third film,
I'd gotten used to it.
It was yeah. Maybe it was just the era that it was filmed in. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It would probably be different now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like 365.
Yeah, I've still only seen the first one.
Hopeless.
I know. Maybe I'll do that tonight.
Yeah. Should we rate it? Sorry, I feel like we're off topic again.
I think it's like a 4.5, maybe.
I was going to put it as like a 4.2, I think.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed it, but there were bits that I was a bit like the headboard thing.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, but it was really good. I liked the fact that there was twisty and turny, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
I really
also
enjoyed
the main
it.
character, like she was kind of irritating, Lowen.
Yeah,
like she just bothered me a little bit. I was like, felt like she was giving her own self whiplash.
Yeah,
because she's like,
she should have just read it all in one go.
Yeah, man, she's there for a job. She thinks something's going on, but she also sleepwalks. Like she was just
she's
odd as well, and I couldn't quite connect.
Yeah,
so it put me off a little bit.
Okay.
And then she was like basically in love with him, but
people do that in books, don't they?
Also, when she first was like moving there, she didn't know whether maybe he'd like offed his own wife and kids.
Yeah.
Like so, and she was only there for like 2 weeks.
I know.
Like it's a lot to go into. Yeah,
I'm gonna have your baby now.
Exactly. Yeah. That to me always frustrates me a bit.
Yeah.
But it's a book, so I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there are our ratings.
Yeah.
And did we decide what we're doing next time? I feel like you did, and I can't remember which one it is. So you can tell everybody what will be chapter 8.
Chapter 8. Credence.
Oh my god, are we going to do it?
Credence.
Oh my god, I love this book so much.
I love this book. We've both read it already.
It's a bit controversial.
I feel like that we have to do it.
No, but I'm just saying for people like that haven't read it, it is. Yeah.
I'm so excited to read it again. Especially, I mean, it was a while ago I read it.
Yeah, same.
So I'm excited to read it again and be like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
but I've probably forgotten most of it.
Yeah.
I don't even know their names.
Okay.
So
we'll do Credence next.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting. Okay, are we all wrapped up? I'm so hot. I feel like I need to go and like lie down in a...
I'm hot. I'm covered in dog hair.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And deodorant.
Glasses are ruined. He's living his best life though. Look at him.
If only he could have stayed like that the whole time and covered my belly. That would have been great.
I'll get a picture of him before he moves. Are we all good? We done?
All good.
Say goodbye.
Yes. So we'll see you next time.
Okay, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.